or may not be entirely delulu about who is even going to care about this, who finds this interesting. I guess maybe people who order commissions from independent artists, maybe people who are afraid to start offering commissions, and are, you know, nervous about taking something like that on. Maybe, I don't know who's going to be interested in this. Maybe you just like the sound of my voice and this video will help you fall asleep. I don't know. Either way, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. And welcome to my living room where all of my animals live. I have like 6. So you will hear snoring because some of them are old. You will hear scratching because some of them are reptiles. You will hear meowing because cats like to complain, even when nothing is wrong. So anyways, apologies in advance for that. Let's just dive right on into this. It's basically, so I recently took a custom order, and a pretty hefty one. Most people, well, I'll back up a little bit. I offer commissions and custom orders for videos and audios, sometimes pictures, but people don't usually want pictures. That's really rare. Not even once a month. Not even once a month do I get a picture request, but I get video requests quite often and audio requests on occasion. I love doing audios, but that is, I love doing videos too, but I really love doing audios. I find that it's just so much fun. My cat's sneezing. My goodness, bless you. Blessings. So, where was I? Right, I like doing video commissions as well. Super fun, but I really love doing audios. Doing spicy audios is where I started. I started doing it for free on Reddit just for fun, and then actually just got a message from someone asking if I would do a personalized one, and I was like, wow, I never even considered that. And now here I am with a whole spicy business. So thank you to that guy, because I literally didn't even really think that I could do it or that I was capable. I never considered it because I just thought it was out of reach for me to monetize something that that I enjoyed so much. I thought jobs and work had to be hard and grueling and not fun. But here I am having fun. Anyway, so as I was doing this recent custom spicy audio order, I decided to write down everything that I was sort of systematically doing as I went. Again, I do not know who's going to find this interesting, but if you want to know a little bit more about me, about my process, or maybe just about the potential process that you could do if you are interested in offering customs, or maybe you've ordered customs from someone before, it took a long time and you were like, I don't really like this, or maybe it made you feel like we don't care. But personally, like, I always take a long time. I always say, oh, I'll be done in about a week. Yeah, it's like 10 days. I've even gone so far as to be like 2 weeks long. And I usually communicate like, hey, this is taking longer than expected. It's not because I don't care or because I'm having trouble necessarily. It really is that I care so much that I'm trying to make it perfect. Perfectionism. I'm trying to make it perfect. I'm trying to make sure that I have everything that you want, but also I want to surprise you. I want you to be pleasantly surprised. I want to include things that you don't expect. I want to break out the thesaurus and you know, really get into the nitty-gritty of writing something that's really good and interesting. I want you to be able to listen to it over and over and over again and be really happy. Be really happy every time you listen to it. So that's my goal for an audio. Videos are very, very different because I can't really work off of a script most of the time. Sometimes I have, but anyway, so for an audio commission, I write a script. I'm not just sexy for no reason, okay? Like I can't just be sexy all of a sudden. I really have to have a roadmap. Like, maybe it's because I'm demisexual. I don't know what this is, but I really need a roadmap to sexy towards it, um, for myself, even just to create something. Um, so this recent order was supposed to be a 10-minute audio, and it ended up being 20. And I'm upset with myself that it was so long, because I lose money when I do that, right? But I want it to be perfect. I want it to be really fucking good. I want to impress this person. I want them to have something really special. And especially if it's their first time ordering from me. I have a lot of repeat customers as well, but if it's their first time, like it was for this one, I just really wanted to knock that shit out of the park. You know what I mean? And I take pride in it. I don't know. But along with taking pride in something is like making it too, maybe too good. I don't want to say too good, but just, giving it, I definitely gave it more of my time than I probably should have. It took about 10, 11 days. Most of it just me sitting there like, how can I make this? He gave me a lot of freedom, and that's a blessing and a curse. I could do whatever I wanted, but I didn't want to offend him. I didn't want to say anything that was not attractive. I didn't want to ruin the moment with something that I liked that he was like, absolutely fucking not. So there's a line that you have to walk there. But anyways, I'm gonna get into some of these sort of steps that I wrote and kind of go into them a little bit. So the first thing I like to do, someone says, hey, I'd like a commission, how much? For an audio commission, in general, this is not a perfect system. It depends, but in general, for most, like 99% of audios, I charge $25 a minute. Like I said, it's supposed to be a 10-minute audio, so I was paid $250, which sounds great until you realize that it took me 10 days to do a $250 project, which means during those 10 days, I was doing less of the other stuff that makes me money. So I would say that it's give and take, but I was not really, I spread myself very thin on one project, and that's not a bad thing. I don't regret it. I don't regret like doing it. I'm just, I know that I need to reel it in. I need to dial it back and just be like, okay, and just like write it. I don't need for every sentence to be the best sentence ever written. Like, if you're a perfectionist, you get it. If you're not, I don't know how to explain it to you. But I'm a perfectionist. I have ADHD like a motherfucker. I definitely like distractions have to be part of my day. They're part of my day. It sucks, but it's the truth. So sitting down to write, I remember sitting down to write for like 30 minutes, getting very, very distracted, setting another timer for 30 minutes, getting a little bit distracted, and then another timer for 30 minutes. And then that stuck. I was able to write for the entire 30 minutes. I came up with a really good idea. I fleshed it out like for the next paragraph or the next few minutes of writing or whatever. And then that 30-minute timer went up, and by that time, the ADHD distraction had turned into ADHD hyperfocus. And I was so mad at my alarm for going off. So I reset it. Like I was like physically feeling rage at my alarm. And so I reset it, then did another 30 minutes or hour, something like that. Anyways, so the first real step is solidifying all of the, what do you want to hear, and payment and stuff like that. But I like to get as many details as possible. The general scene, where does this, like, what do you want to take place? What do you want to take place? The biggest thing is words, phrases you want to hear me say. A lot of people really love my voice. I'm so lucky that people love my voice. So a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like if you just said my name. If you just said my name, like I could die happy. I'm like, cool. And that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Some people like names, pet names, maybe some sort of like phrase that they think is really hot that they want to hear. I also ask if there's any way that they want me to, they usually say this kind of right out, like, oh, a certain way that they might want me to act, like either very like playful or very domineering or very lovey-dovey or whatever it may be. After I have all of that, um, sometimes I need to do a little research. If someone wants something like a nurse sort of role play, I will literally just Google like scripts for different jobs. Um, like oh what it, like I could just Google like if I guess they make them, maybe it's on the internet for I guess for people who are actually in the field or whatever, but just like a script for a nurse when they walk into the room and they're going to take your vitals, like that sort of thing. I don't really know how to say that because I'm not a nurse, never been a nurse. So and I don't go to the doctor that often to like get that down. So so yeah, I'll look up any sort of research I need to do. Um, I'm trying to think of some examples other than the nurse thing. Oh, someone wanted me to be a TSA agent. One time, had to look up kind of some of the lingo for that. Um, but yeah, you can just find those scripts anywhere and make them your own. You know, add a little spice to it, whatever. Um, After all of this, I kind of take my research along with the client's messages. I literally copy and paste their messages into my notes app, iPad, iPhone, whatever. I copy paste everything about this custom order into OneNote. And then as I'm writing, um, like if it's like the nurse thing, right? And I have like the nurse's introduction, after I say that introduction, I delete that part from the notes app. Does that make sense? Like as I'm writing the actual script, the block of text over here about like of my research and the client's notes and what they want gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's how I know I'm done. When that's completely deleted, then I know that I've put everything into the custom, into the script that needs to be there for the client to be happy. Sometimes I will even color code that. Different parts of what the client wants will be different colors. And then I can see, oh, how many times did I say that word that he really likes, or did I add this little piece of the scenario in there? Oh, I see the purple. There it is. Like, kind of. I'm a little bit type A. Can you tell? A little bit type A. But I really, like I said, I don't really know who's going to be interested in this, but I think that it's important to. I think people think that spicy content is so shallow, or that you know, OnlyFans girls are these. I don't know. I think there's a stereotype that OnlyFans girls or just any sort of spicy creator is tries less or cares less because their job is like easy, or because like it's easy to sell pictures of yourself or whatever. Like, but inherently, I think people that say that know that it's not easy. It's hard to get people to pay for something that's free, right? So I guess I just want to make this video so you can see a little bit of behind the scenes of what goes on in at least my brain as a spicy creator. Like, I'm not over here, like, I don't get paid $1 million every time I twerk. You know what I mean? I don't like twerk for 30 seconds and get $1 million. I sit here for like 10 days and I'm really stressing. You can ask my family, my friends, anyone who knows me, and they're just like, wow, we know when she's got a custom order because she's stressing. And it's not a bad thing. It's just I really care about giving people. I feel like I provide something that's very unique. Yeah, I feel like I provide something that's very unique, and I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want this person to be like, I ordered a commission from an OF girl, and it was like really shallow, and she wouldn't put my name in it. So now I know that like she just sends this to anyone who asks for that. Like, and I don't do that. I want everything to be really personable, and I try really hard. So I guess that I want to fight the stigma that the girls that run these pages don't give a shit about you. I give so much of a shit. I give very much shits. And so anyways, after I've included all of the bits that the client wants and the sort of scenario flows, at least mostly from one scene to the next, or from one from one act to the next, I really need to match the vibe and just make sure that everything semi-flows. After that, I typically need to bulk it up with something. So I just kind of ask myself, like, what do I like? What words do I want to hear? What would be something that that would make this interesting? Or I think I said in a previous video, like, I'll break out the thesaurus. Try to I don't want to call anyone out, but there's a creator that whose content I enjoy, and instead of saying like, take off your dress, he said, pull your dress around you. In my brain, I know what that means. It means slide it down to the ground at your ankles. But it's so much sexier that way. It's so much better that way. So in my head, I'm like, okay, how can I tweak things or say something different than this guy has maybe ever heard it said before? And I don't know if I've been able to 100% do that every time, but I think the point is that I'm trying to make things sound unique, trying to show my own personality, my own vernacular, how I like something to sound, my own little spin, and or maybe I try to build the world. I think sometimes I will spend too much time on world building, which lets me know I need to like make a video game or something. I need to take the writing skills and somewhere else, at least for a little bit, at least just to try something else out. I need to write a book just to get all of that out of my system so that I can just come here and write, I don't want to say basic spicy content, but at least more pared down. I think that's, at that point, it just needs something that, this is a lost art. The final step is a lost art, okay? Because it's called proofreading. It's called proofreading, my loves, okay? And people don't do it. People do not proofread anything that they write anymore. It brings it to life a little bit more. You just go through it, see if it sounds natural. I say it out loud to myself over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. As I'm writing it, I'm saying each line out loud to be like, does that sound natural? Is that something a human being would say? Or does it kind of sound disjointed because it's my idea mixed with this other person's idea and it doesn't mesh? How can we make everything mesh together? So yeah, you gotta proofread at the end. That's a necessity. And after that, I guess, is the acting part, which is the easiest. I sometimes feel a little bit too attached to the script in my head as just words. So sometimes I need to take a little break, get away from the script, maybe have someone else read it and see if they like it. And then maybe in 24 hours or 12 hours, jump back into it and feel refreshed. Go do something else. Watch a movie, eat a bunch of food, get hydrated, and then jump into the script. And yeah, I find that that's the easiest part. The acting part is the easiest part. It's gotten so easy for me. I've been doing this about 6 years. It's gotten so easy for me that I rarely edit. This is a 20-minute audio. I did have to stop once because what happened? My dog did something. He yelped. Oh, okay. He has arthritis, so and it was like it's been cold and everything, so he kind of yelped out of nowhere, and I literally just stopped. This is in voice memos, by the way. This is how little I edit, and voice memos sound good. I don't care what anyone says. Voice memos, maybe not in the past so much, but voice memos on iPad or iPhone now, like I have the 15 Pro Max. Like, that sounds good. I can't even make it too much better than that. Like, I used to use Audacity. I prefer this. I prefer this a lot. I feel like there's less noise. Anyways, if y'all want me to get into like audio stuff, like I can. That's a separate video. I can do that. That's a separate video. So yeah, so my dog yelped, and I literally just stopped the recording, and then just picked it up, made sure he was okay, and then picked it up right where I was and finished the rest of the audio. And I think it sounded pretty good. No complaints from the client, and that's what really matters, right? That's all that matters at the end of the day. I think another reason, speaking of this particular client, one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because he said to me that it was better than he expected, and which is a compliment. But it's not the first time I got that. I get that a lot, actually. That's always better than they expected. I always think, what are you expecting? But I think that because I'm an OF girl, I think people are expecting me to give them something mediocre because they think that this is a shallow job. They think it's a shallow job for maybe someone who doesn't want to work that much. So they don't think that a custom order will be good because OF girls don't care. I don't know. There's something. I think there's a disconnect there though, because I mean, we at least I can't speak for everyone, but I very much care. I very much care how things go, obviously, because I have all these like steps and like I color code. I'm color coding your customs. But yeah, I think that's why I just want to make this so that people know that like I care. There's someone out there who really cares about this stuff, even though it seems negligible to a lot of people. I think it's very beautiful, very intimate, very fun, and incredible and unique, interesting thing I get to do for people, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I fucking love this job, and this is my favorite parts of my job, which is why at the beginning I felt bad, but I was like, man, this I don't regret doing the job. I just regret that I regret, like, I know mentally I know that if I charge $250 for something, that means I should probably finish it in 4 days. Like minimum, like maximum you should be finishing that girl in like 4 days, but it took me 10 or so, and that's just regrettable. I regret that because $250 minus 20% that OnlyFans takes immediately off the top, and then I have to pay about 30% in taxes. So like why did I why did I do that to myself? It's because I care. It's because I care, and it's because I really love this job. Maybe I love it a little bit too much because I'm willing to make those types of sacrifices in order to make something really good. I just want to make good things. I just want to write cool shit and make people happy. Uniquely happy. Because you can't go get that anywhere. Like what I did, like, you can't go and just get that experience anywhere. It had to be me. It had to be me making that thing, and it had to be like in this exact situation. And like if we were born in any other time period, we wouldn't even be able to do half of this shit, right? So I'd have to write my script on a scroll and I don't know, I'd have to send it by Morse code or something, you know what I mean? Like I have a very unique job and I love doing it. I think I just should do it more efficiently. I'm considering for the moment not taking any more commissions right now. Video, audio, pictures, nothing, and just regrouping and focusing on it's the new year, so I want to focus on promo, lots of promotion, promoting myself as much as possible. I want to be I want to be at the top of my game in 2025. So even though I love doing commissions, I'm starting to notice that whether they're videos or audios or whatever, they pull me away into a private area with just me and this other person who is, yes, paying for my time, but I also, like, I spend a lot of time on it, more time than I probably should. But instead of doing mediocre commissions, I think I'm just going to close commissions for a while, because this just really showed me that I'm incapable of pulling back my efforts on the commission to spread myself evenly across all my platforms, make sure that I'm like, oh, I have a commission that I'm working on, but at the same time, I'm also going live on TikTok. I'm also posting on Instagram. I'm also like doing all the things. I think it's difficult to pull myself away from any one task to do another thing. So the idea that I might go live on TikTok, post a couple, like 1 or 2 Instagram reels, work on the commission for 1 or 2 hours, take all my dogs out to go potty, feed my lizard, like do the dishes, like feed myself. Like the idea that I could possibly do all of those in one day it's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen. So it really was just like I took care of my pets and did the commission for like 10 days. Anyway, so I feel like this video is running a little long. But yeah, so that's kind of my my process. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Like this video if you want to see more like it, because I'm so ready to show you guys the sort of behind the scenes stuff of what I do. If you're interested, I think that'd be super fun. But yeah, if you made it this far, that's dope. Thank you so much, and I love you, and bye.